La Tech coming off an 83-71 victory over Kennesaw State. Won 2 in a row. They're 4-2 in Conference USA. Greg Collins, Lady Toppers, 63-58 over MTSU. The MTSU can be beat, John. You had that game.
Yeah, 33 straight wins in the conference by Middle, so that was a monster upset by WKU, and best victory of the year by far by WKU.
3 in a row, 3-2 in Conference USA. La Tech starts out three-pointer on the way from Robin Lee, missed it. And here comes the Lady Toppers. Alexis Mead playing with some confidence. Things are going right. They started 0-2 in conference. They've won 3 in a row. Let's see how they do against La Tech. La Tech wants to pound it inside. They want to get to the free throw line. WKU, what do they want to do today, John?
Well, they want to be efficient. When WKU shoots it okay, 40% or better from the field, 30% or higher on three-point line, they are hard to beat because defensively, WKU is really, really good defensively. And
that win over MTSU, that's such a confidence builder, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, it was the one team that nobody's been able to beat. Of course, that's WKU's biggest rivalry. It's a nice pass that time by Talegdi as well.
Alexis Mead gets WKU on the board. Just underway, about a minute into this game. La Tech on Education Day here at WKU. Three-pointer up, no good. Jordan Marshall with a rebound. Bullies her way up and in. That's what La Tech wants to do.
That's exactly right. They got a big rebound and edge, and Jordan Marshall, another one. They start 3 freshmen. She's another freshman. Averages 11 points. Leading rebounder, 7.8 rebounds a game.
They out-rebounded Kennesaw State by 11. They average leading their opponents by 5 rebounds a game. WKU is a -6 from rebounds. Gelvin, there you go.
Most improved offensive player, in my opinion, in the conference. Just when she got to WKU from Louisville Sacred Heart, she was known as a defensive player, and she has massively improved offensively.
Paris Bradley, who we featured pregame, inbounds to Isla Airy, missed it, fought for, out of bounds, stays with La Tech.
And Education Day, I tell you what, it's a totally different atmosphere. I mean, this place is a lot of people here, a lot of young kids, and it is loud.
And they're putting some excitement in here, expecting about 4,000 or more in the lane. Trouble, get it underneath, and she had to turn to make sure Isla Airy, the 6'4" freshman from Australia, had to do a turnabout face to make sure that sucker went in, right?
That's exactly right. Good interior pass by Marshall.
Talegdi misses. Gilvin keeps it alive. Destiny Salary will back it out. Looks more like a matchup man-to-man defense for La Tech to start with. Here comes Gianna Morris, 5'7" sophomore out of Sherwood, Arkansas. Bradley, one-handed pass down the block. Marshall turns in front of the rim, missed it. Loose ball. Talegdi with a rebound for WKU, and here comes Mead, wants to push it up the floor. Mead into the corner. 3 from Salary, no good. Can WKU force the issue and run against Louisiana Tech today?
I think so. That's what they need to do. Even though Louisiana Tech starts basically 4 guards, they are turnover prone. Average right around 19 a game, and they have struggled at times handling the ball. Plus, that's what WKU does well. You want to play to your strength, and that's what WKU likes to do. They like to press, pressure, and cause havoc.
La Tech, 9 new players, basically all freshmen, not from the transfer portal.
No, it's a real unusual lineup. 5 of their top 9 players are freshmen. They start 3 freshmen, and only 1 real transfer that plays, the Kentucky State transfer.
Pass inside, tried to get it a little closer to Talegdi, and a little bump in there, goes out of bounds, stays with WKU.
And on the other hand, with WKU, they do have a few transfers, but they have 4 returning starters, and really 5 of their first 6 are players that played here last year, and that's also unusual in today's time.
Now, La Tech, they've had trouble in the conference on the road. They've not won on the road in conference play. Here's Talegdi for 3.
Big time. That's one thing that Talegdi can do. She only shoots 30% from 3, but I think she's a much better shooter than her numbers.
Double dribble there. Paris Bradley saw an opening going down that left side to the block. She's a freshman out of Carrollton, Texas, averaging 12 points, 3 rebounds, as you said on the opening, 21 points, a career high against Kennesaw State. She makes things happen.
Yes, she does. Strong player, strong guard, left-handed too, which I always think is an advantage.
Mead for WKU to Gilman, top of the key, Telegdy's trying to post up inside. Now she gets it out on the left wing, about 15 feet out, soft jumper, good.
Yeah, it's a nice play against the big 6'5" kid. Faced up and then took
15 feet out, soft jumper, good.
Yeah, it's a nice play against the big 6'5" kid. Faced up and then took that little short 15-foot jump shot.
You know, Telegdy herself, 6'3", junior out of Hungary. 10-4 WKU. We're at 6:10 to go here in this first quarter. Education Day. 3 on the way. It's off the mark from Paris Bradley. The put back up. No good from Robin Lee. And Telegdy runs it down for WKU. Meade surveys the floor. Sets up the offense. 2 veteran coaches. Greg Collins, Brooke Storr, Latek. She paid for Leon Baltimore, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she was a heck of a player. 4-year starter.
Another three. She's got 8 here in the first quarter.
What a start for WKU, and in particular with Telegdy.
When they get off to a good start, good things usually happen for WKU.
Exactly right.
Jordan Marshall across the timeline there. Bradley driving in the lane. Kick stays with the Lady Texters. Avery Aaron, a 6'1" freshman out of Bourne, Texas, gets in. 30, Sydney Thomas, a 5'8" graduate out of Kennesaw, Georgia.
And played the last 4 years at Kentucky State here in Kentucky.
Yeah, up in Frankfort. Went south. That's usually good, except for the last week. They got a lot more snow than we did.
That's correct.
Jumper way outside. Oh, slices off the rim from Sydney Thomas just into the game. WKU up by 9, 5:13 here in the first quarter. Meade quickly, Salary didn't have a great look. Kicks it into the corner. Meade with a 3. It's off the mark. Oh, Telegdy gets the loose rebound.
Great play.
Gilman in front of the rim.
Nice play by Telegdy. Get the offensive rebound and then give her the assist.
5 for Gilman here in the first quarter. 15 for 11-point lead. That'll make all these kids happy. Good math day, isn't it?
I think they're happy to be here as well, right?
And we got a little history here.
That's right.
Because we talk about the history of these 2 teams.
A little math. You can count the points.
Yeah. A little science also about the trajectory and things like that.
Yeah,
we can equate into this Education Day. And I'm sure none of that's going on. We got a timeout on the floor. WKU 15, La Tech 4. Conference USA women's basketball action here in Bowling Green on ESPN+.
With the upset of Middle Tennessee on last Saturday, snapping that 33-game winning streak in the conference.
You know, that's the stepsister that they don't like. And to get a win over
Middle
MTSU, that's huge.
It's a big win.
Whether it's there or here. At the free throw line, that is Avery Aaron missing.
She's coming off her best game. Now, she missed the first 6 games of the year due to injury, so she's rounding back into shape. But she's coming off a career-high 13.5 rebound game against Kennesaw State.
Foul was on Sophie Telegdy. 15-5. WKU's lead is at 10. We're at 4:32 here in the first quarter. You know, early stats. You know, WKU just you like seeing the assists. 6 assists on 50.
That's what I noticed right there. Yeah, and La Tech switched to a 3-2 zone.
Salary about 12 feet out. Good.
That's where you want it against a 3-2 zone. The middle is one of the weak spots, and that's where Destiny Salary is really good in the middle of that lane.
And here they come, full court press. Over here on the sideline, moving into the middle of the floor. Bradley kicks it right side. Thomas out on the dribble. WKU man-to-man on the defense. You see mainly going man-to-man in this game against La Tech?
They'll switch up some. Sometimes they'll go a little 2-3 matchup and things like that after timeouts. Just kind of depends on the game, but I see a lot of man-to-man, yes.
You know, Acacia Hayes has not gotten in the flow offensively. There's Destiny Salary with her second bucket.
Well, she is a really good mid-range player, especially off the dribble, and playing really well.
Driving to the bucket.
And Salary has been double figures 11 times and 6 out of her last 8.
Deanna Morris, 5'7" sophomore, will go to the line to shoot 2 as the second foul of the game on Sophia Telegdy.
Yeah, it's a little unusual lineup with the La Tech. Like I said, 5 out of their 9 players are true freshmen. Now, Morris is not one of them. She's a sophomore, and she started every game last year as a point guard. And Robin Lee is the other. She's a grad player, so they got some experience to go with the young players. But Morris, though a sophomore, has played a lot of games.
9 out of 10 free throws on the year, and the crowd may have affected that free throw there.
Yeah, she iced the game in the last game against the win against Kennesaw State. Down the stretch, she made 9 out of 10.
They were 24 of 34 free throws against Kennesaw State.
They shoot a lot of free throws. They are 10th in the country in terms of free throws per game.
That's their game plan. Drive in, get to the line. Driving on the baseline, Hayes kicks it out for Salary. Thought about the three, but they collapsed on her in a hurry. Gilvin has the three. Off the mark, and there's a rebound for La Tech. Early on, just looking at the rebounds, WKU had a 2 rebound advantage at the timeout. Going to the bucket. There you go. Robin Lee driving, drawing a foul.
Sure did. That's a good play by Robin Lee. Robin Lee, that's what she does the best. She's shooting better this year from 3 than normal. But you can see right here, she used her body, and Gilvin that time came right down on her arm. That's the correct call.
Led her team to the state championship game in high school, her senior year in high school, out of Moss Point, Mississippi.
Well, Robin Lee is one of the, you don't see a lot of these anymore. She's 5th year at Louisiana Tech, all 5 years at one place. You know, in today's transfer portal days, she's obviously found a home at Louisiana Tech and stayed there the whole time.
She's really doubled her point average. Averaged 8 points a game a year ago. She's averaging 16 a game, and here comes a steal off a deflection by La Tech. 19-8, WKU lead by 11. Marshall on that far side. Deanna Morris in traffic. Into the game there is Melissa Wanza, 6'2" sophomore out of Zimbabwe. Driving in the lanes and good from Wanza. Pulls La Tech to within 9. Carly Rose West into the game for WKU. She's coming off a big performance.
Yeah, she played super against Middle. 5 for 5, 10 points.
6-foot junior out of Orlando, driving in the lane. That is Gianna Morris, missed it. And here's Gilvin with a quick outlet pass for Acacia Hayes. Hayes has not had to be involved with the offense because her teammates are helping out. Up, nobody there to take that pass. Turnover goes to La Tech.
Yeah, one of the keys to the WKU's win against Middle Tennessee, they only turned it over 5 times, and that's incredible, especially the pace that way WKU plays and how good Middle is. To have only 5 turnovers in a 40-minute game is almost unheard of.
In college especially.
Oh, yes, that's exactly right.
2:05 here in the first quarter. Scott Thompson, John Butler from Diddle Arena in Bowling Green. Conference USA Women's early action, having lunch with us. And so about 3,500 to 4,000 local elementary students here in this Bowling Green, Warren County area joining us. Robin Lee, as WKU's gone to a little 2-3 zone here, John. Marshall. See how effective it can be. They'll cut off some lanes with that 2-3, but when you can get Gianna Morris shoot outside, that'll break a zone up.
11 points a game.
3 now for Gianna. 19-12, they're within 7. Minute 25 here in the first quarter. Meade, Chatfield into the game out of New Zealand. Another turnover, WKU. Marshall left side. Into the corner for Robin Lee and travel. Turnover. Ball goes to WKU.
And that is turnover-wise for WKU. That is, well, on the stats, it was, I know 3 out of the last 4 possessions have been turnovers and been kind of careless, to be perfectly honest with you.
We'll try to get our stats updated here. 19-12 and a minute to go.
Good pass.
Gilvin in that corner for 3 on the baseline, overshot it. Meade with the putback.
Well, we're not going to give Gilvin an assist, but on the air ball, but it worked out perfectly. Meade right there for the follow-up.
Bradley in the lane, gets it over to Airy. Aries got a height advantage inside. And let's see if La Tech takes advantage. Just get the ball up in the air, let her get it and turn, huh?
Yeah, 6'4" freshman, and needs some strength. She's from Australia, a volleyball player as well. But she's coming off Aries coming off a 10.9 rebound game. But this is Bradley going to the line. Of course, Bradley has played so well, especially the last month of the season. She's had 5 straight double-figure game. Left-handed guard. You can tell how strong she is and long. Her dad played football at Mississippi State, so I mean she's built like a guard that can do a lot of damage. I like her size.
Over 1,000 points in high school. Gets both free throws. She has 2 in the game. 21-14. La Tech within 7. La Tech, they've gone with a little zone here of their own. 1-3-1. Chatfield, 3 off the back of the iron. Thomas with that rebound. She'll bring it up the floor herself for the Lady Techsters. Louisiana Tech. 13 seconds to go here in the first quarter. They're going to go for the last shot. They set it up here. 5 seconds to go. Driving. Morris. Baseline jumper. Gets fouled. Misses the shot. 1.9. She'll go to the line for 2.
It's Alexis Meade makes a lot of good plays. That's a bad play right there. You don't want to foul somebody taking a fall away jumper from behind the backboard with 1.9 seconds. And Lexi competes on every play, and sometimes that goes against her a little bit. Now that's not a great foul.
Gianna Morris with 3 so far, 1 for 2 at the line. 2 out of 3 at the line.
Even though WKU is going to win this quarter, you got to give Louisiana Tech a lot of credit for kind of withstanding a big time charge by WKU to start the game.
Hit them both. 5 down for Morris in the first quarter. Comes to an end. It's WKU leading La Tech 21-16. It's Education Day. A lot of happy, screaming elementary students in attendance. Second quarter on the way here in Bowling Green on ESPN+.
And the other key is, as we talked about, La Tech is 10th in the country in free throws in terms of free throws taken. They have 8. They've taken 10 free throws in the first quarter. WKU 0. So kind of the trends are kind of falling up a little bit. And they stay in that 3-2 zone as well.
WKU starts out with possession. Down on the baseline, Mariama Saul. Foul in there and in for the first time.
Well, they called 3 seconds. I've seen 2 calls made in the first 11 minutes that you rarely see, a 3 seconds and a double dribble.
Rarities anymore in college basketball.
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
No, you don't.
I'm ready for a palming next.
Louisiana Tech shooting about 29%. WKU at 53%.
WKU stays in that aggressive 2-3 matchup. La Tech is not a great three-point shooting team, 29%. So I can see WKU possibly playing this a little bit more. And especially now you got Gilvin out and Telegdi out.
And for La Tech, you're only down 5, so it's not like you have to come down and look for that 3. You can work on still pounding the ball inside and hopefully get to the free throw line.
That's correct.
Here's Alexis Meade. WKU leads the conference in assist turnover ratio and assists per game. There that first quarter, 7 assists. Chatfield, diagonal pass. Driving to the baseline. Jumper is up, and that is good from Salma Kadir.
And Kadir got a lot more minutes against Middle. Her minutes are starting to pick up. She had played 13 minutes against Middle, played very solid, and she is a really good offensive player and just young freshman.
Deep bench for Greg Collins should come into play in this game, hopefully in the stretch of this ball game. You've got a held ball. Yeah,
the bench played extremely well against Middle Tennessee. They got great contributions from several players, and it's the time of the year right now. It's late January, and your freshmen are not really freshmen as much anymore.
You hope not.
That's right.
I know when you coach high school basketball, you kind of felt the same way, didn't you? The maturity.
The maturity, the experience. And if you can play, you can play. That's, you know, a lot of it is just relaxing and handling the circumstances.
Chatfield with a steal. Down 4 pass. Salary with the easy two.
Chatfield just knows how to play. I tell you what, she gets so many things done. Got the steal and then the assist. Such a heady player.
6 points for Destiny Salary here in the first half. WKU up over La Tech 25-16 as we have a timeout on the floor. Education Day in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Come back and join us here on ESPN+.
Yeah, they had some big time games. It's just a storied rivalry between the two programs. Like we mentioned, both programs in the top 20 in the country in terms of wins and history and so forth. But what a great atmosphere so far. These kids are having a lot. They're adding to the atmosphere, and I think they're having a good time as well.
I think you can feel the electricity if you were here. If you're watching, you might be able to feel it. Sal comes up with a deflection. WKU
stays in this aggressive 2-3 zone.
Yep, and here comes Bradley on the dribble. Far side of there's Morris. Morris on that Conference USA freshman team a year ago gets a 3.
Yeah, Morris is feeling it. She's played well, and that's a second. It's the first 3, but she is putting the ball in the basket for right now for La Tech. Really the only one.
Averaged 7 a year ago, averaging 15 this year. Here's a steal. Robin Lee, 2-on-1, keeps it. No, last minute dishes off the glass, left it short. Bradley put back up, no good by Marshall. A third opportunity. They lean their way in, and off the glass is Paris Bradley. Her 4th point. 25-21. La Tech hadn't been this close in a while. Tried to go inside, going to the floor. Kadir and travels.
I think Coach Collins probably wanted maybe a little bit of a bump, but she may have just been off balance.
Kylie Galloway and Tasha Brown and Molly Caldwell are our officials here today. They all get an earful from each coach up and down the floor. Jumping way outside by Morris. No good. Out of bounds. Stays with La Tech.
Right now, WKU only has 2 starters on the floor. Shows you how much confidence that Coach Collins has in his bench.
Now, earlier in the year, he didn't have that luxury. He had a lot of injuries and issues going on, but now he's got everybody available, doesn't he?
That's correct.
Robin Lee. And looking into that left corner. Bradley on the baseline, and we've got another 3-second violation.
Boy, I tell you what, it's like I said, you just don't see a lot of 3 seconds anymore.
High school or college. You don't see it on the high school level either. Meade and Chatfield walking up the floor for WKU in a 4-point game as we are at 6:50 to go here in the first half.
That is Mariama So, and she is a really good face-up shooter.
27-21, that's her first points. She's a 6'3" senior. Lob inside, one hand.
That's a good catch that time by the freshman, Airy.
Yeah, Isla Airy out of Australia. They get it into her. I don't know if WKU has an answer for her if they keep the ball up in the air.
Yeah, especially that deep into the lane.
Gianna Morris pushing it down the floor. Meade right there, cut her off. Otherwise, she was breaking down that right side of the lane. Marshall going up and in, missed it. Gets her own rebound on the other side, put up, missed again.
And that is what Louisiana Tech does well. Right there, that little possession right there. They got the offensive rebound, in which they're a good rebounding team, and then they use their body to draw a foul right here. And that's right there's the freshman, Jordan Marshall, 1 of the 3, and watch her jumps right into Mariama So and causes the free throw.
And on Mariama, that'll be her first foul.
Jordan Marshall, she's been freshman of the week twice. They're going to dominate this category since they start 3. Coming off of I think her lowest performance of the year, only had 3 points against Kennesaw State. But she does have 3 double-doubles and has a 22-point performance. And oftentimes when players kind of set their low at 3, the next game, watch out. And she's very, very engaged in this game.
Out of Little Rock, Arkansas. 3 points and 7 rebounds against Kennesaw State. She's got 4, 27-24, and now La Tech within 3. It's a one-possession game. They've just kind of slowly gotten back into this and not done it in a hurry.
Yeah, they've got a good basketball team. They're very, very solid this year.
Gilvin in front of the rim.
Nice play, nice catch. That's a heck of a catch in the lane.
Got her body turned, squared it up instead of having it at an angle. There's a trip there by Alexis Meade. That'll be her second foul.
Yeah, she's going to come out. And again, that's just how Louisiana Tech really puts pressure defensively on the other team. They do a really good job of using their body right there, and that's you know, there's contact, but you know, you can argue that the Louisiana Tech player caused the contact, but you're going to get that called mostly.
Gilvin deflects the inbounds pass. La Tech will put it in play at the hash mark. Jordan Marshall, another freshman, 24, her state 6A champion team, was the MVP of her state championship there at Arkansas. So you start looking up and down this lineup for what's come into La Tech. It's very impressive what these freshmen did in high school.
Yep, they're good players coming from good programs and so forth. And they don't play like freshmen.
No, they don't. Free line Marshall to the left side, goes up, loses it out of bounds, WKU ball.
And that was Salary that time, who slapped it right out of her hand, off her knee. And you can see right here the drive, and
just no contact.
Yeah,
she just lost it.
Good play that time by Salary.
But that shows you La Tech, what they want to do. They want to get it into the paint, make you foul them. West. Right side. Here's a jumper. First shot, I believe, by Acacia Hayes. Salary. Back to Hayes. She'll fire another 3. That one's off the mark. Rebound Salary again. She'll take it herself. The runner's no good. Kept alive by West. They'll kick it back out now.
4 offensive rebounds by WKU.
How about that? That's how they got to stay in this game. Get multiple offensive rebounds on misses. Gilvin thought about it. His own defense taking away that good-looking outside shot. Follow your own shot, Salma Kadur.
Yeah, it was a one-footed runner. She had to shoot it because of the shot clock, and the ball bounced right back to her. If you give up 5 rebounds on one possession, then you're probably going to get scored against if you give up 5 offensive rebounds.
Kadur with 4 now. WKU in a 1-3-1 zone here. Bradley lobbing it inside and deflected out of bounds by Destiny Salary of WKU. It'll be Taylor Retville. Retville is out of Woodbine, Georgia, another freshman.
Yeah, Retville is another freshman. You're right. She's one of the 5 that play.
Yeah, she was her region player of the year down in Georgia. They kick it out. Lee. WKU staying in that 1-3-1 zone. Lee for 3. It's off the mark, and we've got a push underneath.
Box out that time. That's a good box out by Carly Rose West. But the foul's going to be on
Isla Airy. Yep. Her first, and that is the team first on La Tech.
Yeah, WKU's not shot a free throw yet.
That's the first foul in the game on La Tech.
That's probably.
No, I take that. I take that back. I believe. No, that's right. That's their first foul. Hard to believe, isn't it? Gilvin for 3, top of the key. That's not hard to believe.
That's exactly right. That's how Josie Gilvin's played all year. But in particular, she's really heated up in the last couple weeks.
10 for her. 10-point lead. WKU. 3:50 to go here in the first half. Airy. Lob over there in the corner, but stolen by WKU's Kadir.
Yeah, good read by Kadir. When you see a player put their ball over their head, that means it's probably going to be a skip pass, and she read it perfectly.
They had her cutting to the bucket, but Hayes didn't see her in time. Now they see Kadir inside, a little late. Knocked out of bounds, stays with WKU. Getting back in, Avery Aaron, a 6'1" freshman for La Tech. 10-point WKU lead. Hayes will inbounds it on the baseline. Kadir.
Nice move. That is That is a tremendous little 360 in the move, and just Kadir playing with just so much more confidence now than several weeks ago.
That's 6 here in this second quarter for her. 5 for Josie Gilman in the quarter. WKU up by 12.
Another steal.
A turnover by La Tech. 3:04. Let's see what they want to do defensively here. They're kind of in a 1-2-3 zone basically. Salary. Kadir for 3. Why not, right?
How about confidence? They nothing like confidence in basketball or any sport or just in life in general. And she said, we talk about the freshman at La Tech. What about me?
Well, I went inside. I did it there. Let's come outside with success. 9 for Kadir. And WKU up by 15. 3 in the corner. It's off the mark by Robin Lee. The putback is up and in traffic by Paris Bradley. 6 for her. A timeout on the floor. Salary down. But WKU wants a 30-second timeout. Greg Collins chat things over. His team is up by 13 right now. Now, that's kind of timeout. What do you want to talk about if you're Greg Collins?
I think he called timeout to say something to the officials. To be honest with you, that's what. Yeah, the one foul for La Tech, and I thought he probably thought that was maybe a push on that rebound.
As you see the jumper from the corner there by Lee.
And there was nothing on that one. That was just as a slight bump. I wouldn't think much of that one. But, incidental, but WKU, what a run in this quarter. Outscored La Tech 18-10 right now, and got to give a lot of the credit. I mean, Gilvin's made a couple of big shots, but Selma Kadur, the freshman from Egypt. And one thing about Coach Collins and WKU, they've had a lot of luck with players from Egypt.
Yes, they have.
And I mean, 4-year players who put up big numbers. So, and Selma Kadur looks like to me the next good one.
She averages 3 points and 2 rebounds a game so far in this quarter. 9 points. So she's tripled what she's averaged already. Those
numbers going to go up because her playing time is starting to go up. And she played double-digit minutes the last couple of games, and you can just tell her confidence is growing.
Well, you earn that playing time.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Yep, that's exactly right.
In the corner, West, the Salary on that right baseline. A little off balance, Gilvin, and she got a little push, a little off balance. Trying to go get that pass. She got pushed and dished it off.
Yeah, that's one of those fouls you probably don't want because WKU had a wide open 3 after that one.
Robin Lee, her first, team second. Non-shooting foul. Keisha Hayes lobs it in for Salary. Jumping in and no good. May have mistimed that just a hair. Robin Lee the other way for La Tech in the lane. Takes it coast to coast.
Yeah, that's what she does well. Good job of kind of probing and then found that little seam and got into the lane for the finish.
4 points for Robin Lee. Louisiana Tech down by 11, 39-28. Under 2 minutes here in the first half. Turnaround jumper, free line, no good by West for WKU. Back the other way is Morris, Gianna Morris. Lee. Marshall top of the key, left side of the lane, goes up, forces it, and here's what La Tech wants to do.
And it is the correct call that time. And you gotta play Marshall. She can make a 3, but she'd rather drive. And right now, can't close out too much right there. And there was probably 2 fouls. There was one on a slap on the arm, another the body. And the free throw, pretty big disparity right now. Louisiana Tech is 9 out of 12, 9 out of 13, and the good news for WKU, they've not missed a free throw. The bad news is WKU's not taking a free throw.
Well, La Tech's only committed, 2-3 fouls in the whole game. You're not going to get to the line. Hit them both, despite about 4,000 screaming elementary students here. 10-point game, WKU with the lead in the ball. Kadir's wanting the ball. When you're hot, you want the ball. And she's got her hands up, wanting it. Maybe they'll try to set it up, get it to her. West on the baseline, it's off the mark. Loose ball out of bounds, goes to La Tech. 1:20 to go, first half action.
Yeah, La Tech would be very, very pleased if they can go in halftime under 10. They got a shot right now to get it under 10.
Avery Aaron back into the lineup. Her mom played at Texas State. A little athleticism in the family. Nearing the 1 minute mark here in the first half. WKU by 10. Driving left to left. You know, one thing I've noticed, John, the offensive attack by La Tech is to go down the left side of the lane.
Well, they got correct. Now they got one left-handed player. She's always going to try to do that, Bradley. But yeah, they're very, very comfortable. Even the right-handed players are very comfortable going left.
Fake over there. Three-pointer from Morris. That's her second three.
Just a nice shot fake that time by Morris.
She's got 11 points.
And looks like Carly Rose West right now may have injured her shoulder.
I didn't see the contact underneath there. I'm not sure what happened.
It was on a blockout or something. It's her left shoulder, and that would be a big loss because she is, like I said, she's played very, very well.
No points. No points so far, but she's been effective out on the floor in other areas. Gelvin, 50 seconds to go in the first half. Underneath for Salary, quick pass to her. Robin, Kadir. Oh, she missed one, but she'll go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, great cut that time and a good pass that time by Salary. And those are those tough calls, those charge blocks. I think it's the right call right there. Yeah, she was still moving. You know, I said last week, too, and I really believe that. And if you just watch basketball, high school, it doesn't matter. Probably most charge blocks are probably blocks, to be honest with you. Now, referees like to call charges.
Yes, they do.
They love to call charges. But, you know, it's very difficult to get there and be perfectly still before the other person jumps.
Kadir misses both. She's 7 out of 10 from the free line all year and missed both of them. 7-point lead. La Tech trying to cut into it here at 40 seconds to go in the first half. Gilman comes out high on that 1-3-1 zone. Trying to trap at the free line, Marshall. Work it around. In the lane. They take it away from Aaron. It's a held ball.
That's big. It's
WKU. Yeah, WKU.
Now, WKU needs to go one shot. They're up 7. The last, you don't want to go in the half any worse than this right now. So they should go for one shot. And against the zone in particular, it's really easy to do. You just hold it out here. I like to get a shot with about 4 or 5 seconds. In case you miss it, you can get an offensive rebound.
Do you look inside to Kadir?
You look inside. Like to play inside out if you can.
Hayes falling out of bounds, and they go for La Tech.
That's just a bad turnover right there.
That was a high pass. Caught her in the corner there. She really didn't have much opportunity to do anything.
Yeah, probably just shouldn't even run offense until the very, very end to be safe that time, and that was just not a very good decision on that pass by Salary.
10 seconds to go in the half. They got to bring it to the length of the floor. Bad tip. Gilvin gets the pass. Hayes underneath for Salary. Missed the shot. And we got a travel and a turnover. WKU.
This is unbelievable. This is four turnovers in the last 30 seconds.
We've had very few up until now.
Yes, Louisiana Tech twice. It's 3. Louisiana Tech twice. No, it's 3 for Louisiana Tech. 1 for WKU. Just good gracious.
4.8 seconds to go in the half. Hayes looking. Gilvin in the corner. Can they get a shot off? Hayes missed it. And that's halftime. WKU leading La Tech 39-32 here in Bowling Green on Education Day. As we'll come back, wrap up things from the first half here in Bowling Green on
momentum. WKU had set Meade and Telegny the last. Well, Telegny set the entire half, entire second quarter, and Meade set the last 6 minutes with foul trouble. So I'm sure they were itching to get back going.
So WKU will be on the defense as Marshall will put it in play for La Tech right here in front of us. Our officials put it in play, and here we go. La Tech trailing 39-32. They'll have a chance to cut into that lead. See what kind of defense WKU opens with. Looks like man-to-man.
And it is.
Out front, Robin Lee for La Tech.
The key to playing man-to-man against Louisiana Tech is that you've got to be really, really disciplined and be able to keep Louisiana Tech in front of you because they love to drive the ball hard to the basket, like right there.
Right there, and then kick it to the baseline, but quick hands, loose on the floor. floor. Talegny comes up with it, and it's a held ball possession.
Yeah, that was well executed by Louisiana Tech, except didn't catch it.
I guess man-to-man, when a team like La Tech likes to penetrate in there, somebody's got to move over and take that offensive player, because if you get a step on the defense, somebody's got to help out underneath, otherwise they got the easy.
Yeah, it puts you in a rotation. You got to be able to rotate several different spots. And Louisiana Tech has consistently stayed in this zone too. Kind of goes back and forth between a 3-2, sometimes a 2-3 zone.
Salary missed the little runner. La Tech, both teams yet to score here in the third quarter. Tip out of there by Acacia Hayes. Yeah, she's been held scoreless in the first half.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often with Acacia Hayes. She's been in double figures 10 times this year. The only time she really hasn't is when she's been hurt.
And she had 15 against MTSU last week. 3 off the mark on that far side from Paris Bradley. The put back up and in from Robin Lee.
That's just a missed block out that time. You got to put a body on a body, and then that time nobody put a body for WKU on Robin Lee.
Meade, as La Tech goes to that zone defense. Salary at the free line. 8:45 here in the third quarter. WKU's leads at 5. And a foul on La Tech, a rare foul on La Tech.
Yep, but not much of a foul either. That's one of those where, again, from the WKU perspective, I'm not sure they're crazy. You kind of want the foul, but then again, that's a layup.
That's the first foul on Paris Bradley. Team first. They only had, I think, 3 in the first half total. WKU only got to the line 2 times. Salary, right side, Meade. They pass it quickly to Legdy, baseline. You like to see that, moving the ball without putting it on the floor.
Yeah, that was good ball movement.
Knocked out of bounds, stays with La Tech across the way. Is this Conference USA wide open, or is it La Tech? MTSU Liberty, and then everybody else is a close third?
Well, I think it's still Middle Tennessee is a favorite with all the returning players, and they do have that one loss to WKU, but I think it runs through Middle Tennessee. And I think the top part of it, then I think there is a group. I think WKU and Louisiana Tech are definitely contenders, but you got to still convince me that Middle Tennessee is not the favorite. I think they're definitely the favorite.
That's a foul on Jordan Marshall, her first, team second. So you think Greg Collins there at halftime, walking off, talking to the officials, hey, listen, they got to call a few more fouls on like that. Does that play into it?
You definitely work the officials. There's different ways to do it.
How'd you like to do it?
Well, generally, you get more done by being nice and polite and talking to them than screaming at them and compliment them if you can. That's correct. It's hard to do. And Coach Collins is generally that way. He's not really a screamer and so forth. So if you can build a rapport generally with officials, that's the best approach. Whether or not it works or not, I'm not really sure.
How many technicals did you get in your career?
Too many. Too many.
Were they deserved?
Probably. Yeah, they probably were. Looking back on it, the officials call a game a lot better than when you're actually involved. You kind of think you're not getting the right calls, but for the most part, officials call a really good game. It's a tough job.
Meade gets the defender up in the air, fake, missed the shot. As she gets it inside.
I can tell you that. I'll tell you one thing, the better teams I had, the less technical I got.
You didn't need them.
That's exactly right.
Players took care of you. Foul on Robin Lee, her second, team third here in the quarter on Louisiana Tech. Alexis Meade at the line for the first time today.
Great free throw shooter, 86%. Probably put the jinx on her, but she is a super free throw shooter.
That's just her 5th. That's just her 6th point, averaging 13 a game. Only had 5 against MTSU.
She only had 5, but she had 0 turnovers.
You can live with that.
Yes. That was probably a walk right there, but nevertheless, going to turn into a turnover.
As Bradley could not handle it in the backcourt. WKU ball.
WKU switched to a diamond press that time, and that time the pass led Bradley right into the defender. Really not Bradley's fault on that one, though she's going to get charged with a turnover. Now
Brooke Storr having her say, now you're calling too many fouls on her. Hayes left sides it to Destiny's Salary. 7-point WKU lead. Oh, nice block there from Bradley the other way. The number's not there, but takes it anyway. Four white jerseys back there.
Well, she earned that one. She's long. She's 5'9", but she's got long arms, and it's rare to get a three-pointer blocked. And she got the block and the score.
8 for her for La Tech. They're within 5. 6:45. Gilvin. Meade open for 3.
Yeah, when Lexi Meade gets her feet set, it takes her time. She's a really good three-point shooter, 33%. And that time, she got her feet set.
And she had space.
And had space to get it off, too.
Lob inside. Meade keeps it alive. Oh, but right into the hands to Arian.
What a terrible mistake that time. Just let the ball go out of bounds. It was WKU's ball.
Salary baseline 15 out. Yes.
Got it right back, though.
8 for her. 46-38. Keeps it an 8-point lead. You know, La Tech's never led in this game. Tied at 0. And WKU got off to a hot start, and La Tech fought their way back. Yeah, they've kept it within under 10 for the most part. Hayes for 3 in the corner.
Cannot buy one. Wide open, too. That was a nice assist. Would be assist by Gill. But Hayes just missed the shot.
Wasn't a bad look, just off a little bit. Some days it happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, it happens.
Left of the lane. That's Morris. Top of the key. Pass from Marshall back to Morris. 3.
And she is feeling it.
Third 3. That's 14 for her.
Yeah, only shoots 29%, but she is feeling
today.
it. No,
not today.
Wow.
They're within 5 of WKU at 46-41.
She's one of the main reasons that Louisiana Tech is hanging around.
You got to think the future is bright for La Tech if they can keep all these players. Salary on the left side, no good.
Well, it's exactly where you want the ball, too.
Robin Lee with a rebound. Gilvin takes it away, and Lee retakes it away. Back and forth. Lee down the floor, and Gilvin.
And that was just
frustration.
That's all it was. It was frustration that time because Gilvin made a great play on this one and got the steal, but then gave it right back. And that's just the competitiveness of Josie Gilvin that time. She was bound and determined to try to get the ball back, but that's going to be a foul. 4:58
remaining in the third quarter. We've got a good one here in Bowling Green. WKU leading 46-41 over Louisiana Tech. Conference USA women's action on ESPN+.
Harris Bradley, who probably has the best individual play of the game right here. You're going to see a challenge and a block that time on a three-pointer on Acacia Hayes, and then a finish on the other end. And that's one of the reasons why La Tech is hanging around here, down 46-41 her, and there is the 3.
La Tech plus 14 on the rebounds in this game.
Yeah, that's a big number.
But yet they're down by 5, but keeping them in the game.
Turnovers is what's really helping WKU. La Tech's got 17.
Gilvin, excuse me, that's Telegny with a rebound. Salary quickly down floor. Meade into the corner. Chatfield back in the game. They didn't rush a shot. That was probably a good thing right there.
That's correct.
Meade for 3, just off. Loose ball, coming away with it is Avery Aaron for Louisiana Tech. Driving, right side, that's Morris. Been big today for La Tech.
And that was a unbelievable play that time by Lexi Meade. Morris went by her, she back-tipped it, and it back-tipped right off her own leg. So 18 turnovers right now for La Tech.
46-41, WKU with the ball. 4:13 third quarter, a lot of time remaining. Here's that zone defense. Looks like 1-3-1 they've gone to this time for La Tech. Gilvin, top of the key. Looking for Telegny down inside, but that defense really collapsing around it. Inside, they're rather inside the lane there. From the free throw line, Chatfield misses one of her few shots today.
Well, they're getting them. WKU's getting the ball where they want to in the middle of that lane. They're just not making it.
Got an offensive foul. That's going to be on Avery Aaron, her first, team 4.
Yeah, going to be on an illegal screen.
3:49 to go here in the third quarter.
Both teams had a chance to either cut the lead or lengthen the lead, and neither team was successful on either trip.
It's kind of the way this game's gone. It seems like we get some points in a little flurry, and then we get a little stretch where we don't. Telegny, free throw line extended.
Yeah, she continues her good play.
And that's 10 for her. WKU up by 7. Now they've gone man-to-man on the defense for WKU.
Well, I think it's just the guards. I think it's more of a matchup.
Okay.
If it is, yeah, it's a matchup.
Lee looking to go inside. Aaron with it down the right of the lane. Kicks it left side. 3 on the way, just short from Morris. 1 shot, and Salary racing down the floor. 2 on 2, free line jumper off the mark. Aaron with that rebound. Now they pick him up at midcourt. Trying to put a little pressure on him, create the turnover. 7-point WKU lead. Is there a difference in preparing a weekday game, playing at 11 as opposed to at 6, 7 o'clock?
I don't think so. It's a little different. Oftentimes teams practice early, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'd rather play at 11 in the morning than at 9 or 10 at night. But sometimes you may run into a late game that way.
That's on Talegdi, her foul, her third.
And even if you were a little sluggish, you put 5,000 screaming people in here. That'll get your energy up.
Jordan Marshall at the free throw line hits it. She's 5 for 5 at the line. 7 points in the game.
And Louisiana Tech 11 of 15 from the line. WKU just 2 out of 4.
8 points, Jordan Marshall.
It's nice to see Carly Rose West back into the game for WKU. She went out with looked like a little shoulder injury, but she's back in. So that's probably just a quick little stinger, perhaps.
A little compression sleeve on that shoulder. WKU with the ball in the lead with 5. Difference. Gilpin. 2:33 to go, third quarter. Glad to have you with us here from Bowling Green, Kentucky. 2 storied basketball programs for many, many years. Up, left it short, Robin Lee. Rebound, no good. Down 4 quickly, Salary, Chatfield. Nothing there open. They'll set it up. During the 2-minute mark, third quarter. Gelman with a good fake. Kicks it out. Salary moving the ball quickly. Meade penetrates back to Gelman. Boy, La Tech moving their feet well on defense, cutting off an easy shot for WKU.
Yeah, and then had a good defensive performance, but kind of bailed out WKU on a foul at the top of the key that time on Thomas. And boy, they're going to give WKU 2 shots. That was looked like it was possibly on the floor, but I think WKU will take that.
Melissa Wanza back in to the game for La Tech. First one's up and good by Salary. That's her first free throw attempt. So WKU got 2 free throw attempts in the first half, and they've taken 3 so far here in the third quarter, and they've hit all 3.
Yeah, not a lot of points scored this quarter.
Got them both.
Just the 11th point for WKU.
That's 10 in the game for Destiny Salary.
In fact, it's 11-11 in the third quarter.
Hard to make up any ground when you're playing even with the team that's ahead of you.
That's correct. But both teams playing extremely hard defensively. Oh, that's got to be, I think the officials just missed something in the lane that time.
Robin Lee out front. Wanza looking to go inside. There's a rare 3. It's up and short from Sydney Thomas, the sophomore, or excuse me, the graduate out of Kennesaw, Georgia.
Good rebound that time by Salary.
Meade didn't get in a hurry, just kind of slowly brings it up. Now they'll set the offense. 1:10 to go, third quarter. WKU's kind of spread out the offense, trying to create on maybe a little one-on-one break to the rim. Chatfield for 3 in the corner. Comes out.
A little flat that time. Good shot by Chatfield. She's a good shooter. That ball came out a little flat.
Lee driving to the bucket. Overshot it. Loose ball, and we've got a foul.
Yeah, it's a good call. It's going to be on Wansta. And there's a lot of contact the previous play off the ball with Wansta and Carly Rose West, and that's going to be a rebounding foul right there. You're going to see Wansta right there.
Her and West kind of a little shoving both ways. I guess getting back in will be Isla Airy.
First time WKU's been in the The penalty. It's not called it's not the bonus anymore. It's the penalty. 2 shots.
I mean, they've got more fouls here in this third quarter than the entire first half on La Tech. First free throw missed by Carly Rose West. She was 4 for 4 on the year coming into this game. Now she's 5 out of 6 on the year. 8-point lead, WKU. Neither team's been able to get on one of those 8, 10-point runs, Don.
Yeah, scoring has been difficult this quarter in particular.
Lee will set it up. 38 seconds. Off the mark. Meade with a rebound. WKU with about a 4-second difference on the shot clock and game clock.
If you dribble it this far down, you know, you had a chance if you wanted to. Sometimes you try to go for 2 for 1 where you get it back, but I think this is probably the right call right here. I'd like to really take a shot at the very end of the shot clock right here if you're WKU.
That way, if they rebound it, no shot for them, but if you get the rebound, how about don't worry about it? 3. Mackenzie Chatfield's first points, 3-pointer. WKU back up by 11. As the third quarter comes to a close.
That's a big 3 to end a quarter for WKU.
Chatfield's first points, the 5'9" sophomore out of New Zealand, gives WKU double-digit lead as we head to the fourth quarter. 54-43 over Louisiana Tech. Conference USA Women's Basketball on ESPN+. And they had a great season.
Yeah, I hope he can really work with Mr. Judge on his home run swing.
Yeah, he didn't hit enough, did he? Didn't hit enough. Maybe get Giancarlo Stanton on the men's or something.
There you go.
Happy for that family.
That's tremendous.
Yeah, glad they could get back up here and see things while he's in the off season. Great little family there. Think the world of them. Good friends. La Tech trailing by 11. What they got to do, John, to get back in this game?
Well, they got to quit turning the ball over. That's one big problem that they've had.
Marshall inside.
And that doesn't hurt right there. Continue to pound the boards.
10 for Marshall. WKU, Meade creates the foul there.
It's going to be on Morris. It's probably
it's her first.
Yeah, Sydney Thomas was probably there for the charge, but Morris got fouled Meade first.
At WKU, just stay patient. Don't have to force things right now.
That's correct. You don't need to force things, but the shot clock makes you play. You know, you can't just hold it or anything like that. 17 on the shot clock. Gilman comes out to get it. Because if you wait too long, then you have to force a shot,
right?
Louisiana Tech went man-to-man. They hadn't done that a lot.
Driving. Meade inside. West kicks it to Gilman.
Great pass.
2 on the shot clock. No good. Rebound, foul.
Boy, that was 2 super interior passes that time.
And they're going to give it out on Gilman.
Wow, did not see that one at all. I think
it must be on the rebound.
Yeah, it is on the rebound. I didn't see it. Let's see, she missed the shot. Oh, boy.
The only thing I could see is that left hand pushing off in the back of Marshall. That's the only thing I could see.
There was some contact, but that's generally kind of a play on normally. That wouldn't be called out the park, I can tell you that.
No, it would. No. You just, shirt and skins and, just play, right?
Yeah.
Here's a 3 on the way. That's a huge 3 for Gianna Morris.
Have a game, Gianna Morris.
That's 4 straight 3s for her in her point scoring. 17 in this game. Gets them to within 6 again. And here's a steal, Morris.
I think they score. This could be a timeout for WKU.
Morris, no good. Rebound, loose ball to the floor. As a foul on La Tech.
WKU very fortunate to survive that trip. Right here is Morris taking it right to the basket. And right there is going to be the reach that time on Thomas. A lot of arm.
That's her second foul. Team's second here in the fourth quarter.
You know, Telegdi didn't mention midway through the third, picked up her third. She was playing well, and she has not been back in since.
Sometimes you just let a player play through that?
Yeah, it's just the coach's decision. And what helps is that WKU is maintaining this lead, and Carly Rose West, who's replaced her, is playing well.
For Destiny Salary, that is her 12th point of the game. Now back up by 8 points. Basically a 3-possession game. Deflected out of bounds by Chatfield.
Yeah, Thomas probably passed up a three that time.
Well, it wouldn't be bad to be in New Zealand. A lot warmer down there than it is here in Bowling Green.
Yeah, Chatfield, she is a really one of the more improved players too. Has a really good personality. She always comes by and speaks and so forth, and she's given another valuable minutes for the WKU off the bench.
In the far corner, Lee, I should say. Lee on the baseline. Now they're trying to trap. Open. Bradley for three. It's off the mark. Bradley's just not really gotten on track. She's got 8 points, but just hasn't been as effective as she has been.
Great catch by Gilvin.
Good body control. Gets her 12th point inside. Timeout going to be taken. 30 seconds here by Greg Collins. 7:34 to go in the game. All right, we're going to come back. More fourth quarter action. A 10-point game here on ESPN+. Tying this up, here comes WKU.
Yeah, that's a pass that time from Sauer. She's going to get the assist, but it just tells you the athleticism right there on Josie Gilvin, just going up and getting it. 12 points for Gilvin so far. She's got 6 rebounds and got 3 steals and 3 assists. That's becoming more and more normal as the year goes on for Gilvin.
What more can you ask of her? And she plays good defense.
She plays great defense. That's what she's known at more than anything.
She's worked so hard in the offseason on that offensive game. Lee kicks it into that corner for La Tech. They got to find a way to get on a little run here. They just can't trade baskets. Lee in the lane, no good. Rebound underneath. Marshall puts it up underneath the basket, but she gets fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2.
The WKU battling in there, but that's the one. There's 2 stats that Louisiana Tech has a big advantage, and one is free throw attempts, but the other one is rebounding. Big 13-14 point rebounding advantage right now by Louisiana Tech.
Rebound on Salary. First second.
I believe that is Marshall's. What's she now? 4 out of 7 from the line.
Yeah, missed the first one there and got it. Got the second one. 10 in the game for Jordan Marshall. Salary, now Chatfield. La Tech going back to that matchup zone. 6:50 to go in the game. WKU passing it around, getting it into the corner. Chatfield diagonal here to Salary, fakes the pass and overthrows the head of West out of bounds to La Tech.
Yeah, that was the right idea. I don't think Carly Rose West was really expecting that, but that was the right look that time by Salary.
WKU, a little three-quarter court pressure here. Bradley moves it to the middle of the floor. WKU with a 2-3 zone. Both teams trying to cut off access to easy drives. Make the other team shoot outside. Driving, Lee hits about a 10-foot runner.
And that's her strength. She is really good off the bounce. Very strong when she plays bigger than her size. 8
points for her. Cuts the WKU lead down to 7.
Again, this lead, Louisiana Tech will not go away.
Chatfield misses the 3. Almost same spot she hit one earlier. Hurrying down floor is Morris. Bradley driving. Look at them move the ball around the perimeter. Driving in the lane. Nice step up and in. Gianna Morris.
What a play that time by Morris. Great body control and lead down to 5 now.
19 for Gianna Morris, the 5'7" sophomore.
Closest the lead's been in a long time.
Meade sets things up. 5-point game. 2 possession. Chatfield fakes the 3. Diagonal. Gilvin just off the mark.
Good box out by Lee on the weak side.
Critical trip down the floor for La Tech right here. I think if they can score here, this gets them right back in things.
And they just did. Okay.
Avery Aaron, 3rd point.
Good timeout by Coach Collins. That's a great little drop step spin move by Aaron on the inside. And now the lead is 3. Good timeout. You get Hayes is back into the game, as well as WKU's getting Telegny back.
5:03 mark to go in the game. WKU 58, La Tech 55. We've got us a good one brewing here in Bowling Green. Conference USA Women's Action on ESPN+.
That's a nice turnaround post move that time by the freshman Avery Aaron, and the lead is down to 3.
Momentum has switched.
Definitely has. It's kind of gone back and forth a little bit. Like I said, WKU, they were up 15, but that was kind of early in the first half, and it's just been a kind of a slow whittle down by Louisiana Tech.
There's been no panic in Louisiana Tech.
No panic. That's exactly right. They don't play like a team that starts 3 freshmen.
Talegdi's back in there at the free throw line. Hayes, who's been quiet offensively today for WKU, has not scored. Gilvin looks inside. Nice. And missed shot by Salary, but she will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, great patience that time, and by WKU, and that time Gilvin saw a late cut that time by Destiny Salary. Probably a good foul that time by Robin Lee to save a sure 2 points.
That's her 3rd foul, team 3rd here in the 4th quarter. And Salary at the line, she's 2 for 2. 12 on the afternoon. Make it 13. Big free throws. This is key for WKU if they get to the line and making them here in this tight game.
That's correct. And Salary has just played so well this year, but in particular since Christmas, she has really stepped up her game.
Got them both.
Used all the rim twice, but it counts.
14, Destiny Salary. Gilvin deflects the inbounds pass.
This is a diamond press, and putting Josie Gilvin on the ball makes this entry pass very difficult.
WKU with a 5-point lead, 4:36 to go in the game. They get it into Bradley, and
it's a walk. That's correct.
Salary, I thought they may have gotten Salary, but she kind of turned her body to create that turnover.
Second time that's happened so far. The pass over the top in which the offensive player has not seen the defender coming up, and I thought that was the correct call.
Gilvin will inbounds the pass for WKU. Salary, 4:30 in the game. Gilvin tried to pass it to Salary, deflected by Bradley. Morris the other way for La Tech. Marshall wants the ball inside. 3 from the corner, no good by Paris Bradley. Rebound to Legby.
10 back for Bradley. She calls that turnover and had a wide open 3, just missed it. There's another steal by Bradley.
Morris.
Back-to-back turnovers for WKU.
But La Tech's not been able to convert. Marshall for 3, and they still can't convert. Loose ball goes out of bounds, and
well, I don't know how
wait a minute.
Yeah, this is okay. That's an
WKU ball.
Yeah, it's an overrule that time.
Well, the one on the baseline, she wasn't quite sure. She came out to ask for help. And let's look at it here. And it goes, right off of Lee's hand.
Correct call. But yeah, Bradley, the top of this 3-2 zone has 2 straight steals, and she is a 5'9", but very, very active with her hands. Got to be very careful around her.
3:40 to go in the game. La Tech down by 5. Meade off the mark. Rebound. Marshall for La Tech. They've got to convert at some point here. Morris. Bradley in the lane, into that left corner lane. We got a foul on the floor.
It's going to be Meade's 3rd foul.
Yeah, 3rd or 4th? Of course, her 3rd, yeah.
WKU has had 2 straight trips. Right there is the foul, the bump, in which they could have extended this lead.
Right in front of the lane is Avery Aaron.
It's a good inbounds play. When you can score off inbounds play, those are almost like free bonus points.
Avery Aaron now with 5 of the game. Timeout on the floor.
5 of the last 2 minutes, she's got 5.
WKU up by 3. Let's take a look at what just happened underneath for La Tech, John.
You just kind of slip by. Oftentimes the person that does the screening is the one that's open, and she set a little screen and then slipped right to the basket, and good feed that time by Louisiana Tech.
What they did there is got the ball up high enough for Aaron. Only Aaron could get it and put it in.
That's correct.
Good pass. Nice job of executing by La Tech. Once again, they're within 3. Now can they come up with a stop and tie it? That's going to be the thing. They've not been able to have a lead yet in this game.
WKU needs a basket. They've had several chances. and just not converted the last 2 or 3 possessions. Probably the last 4 possessions. They turned it over twice and then have missed a couple.
Who you want to shoot the ball for your WKU right now, John?
I don't think it necessarily matters. They've got Legdy's having a really, really good game. She's definitely feeling confident.
Mead out front. Hayes. Gilvin. 3:05 to go in the game. Legdy baseline. Missed it. Tipped out of bounds, and it goes to WKU.
I think that was a pretty good look. A little 15-foot jump shot on the baseline by Legdy. I don't think 60's going to win it for WKU. Up 3. They're going to find a way to put the ball in the baskets.
3 minutes even. Been a little while since they scored. Hayes into Legdy. Turn around. 15. Yep.
Yeah, she really likes that face-up jump shot, and she is bigger than she's bigger than Aaron, so that was a really good look that time by WKU.
And for Legdy, that is 12 in this game.
The WKU, you really got to know where Morris is. She is really, really feeling it.
5-point advantage. Aaron driving. No good. Marshall on the putback.
Yeah, Gilvin rotated over and got the block, but nobody rotated down to replace that. Big basket that time for La Tech.
Marshall now with 13 in this game. 62-59. They're within 3. 2:17 to go. Still a lot of time on the clock. Gilvin, WKU spreads out the offense. 9 on the shot clock. Salary right of the lane. Forces one up. No good. Foul underneath. And Salary will go to the line for 2.
Again, got the ball into the middle. WKU is doing a good job of getting the ball to the middle of that zone. If not always converted, but right there is Salary, and she is really good there. And going to call the body that time on Jordan Marshall.
That's her second, team's 4th. Here's Salary, 2 for 2. Excuse me, 4 for 4 at the line here in the second half. 2 for 2 in the 4th quarter. Big free throws right here. Just calmly nailed it. Now it's a 2-possession game. 4-point lead. As you get a good look at Brooke Store, head coach for La Tech. Missed that one. Lee. Let's see if La Tech wants to push it. Do they go for 3, or do they just continue pounding inside?
Just keep. They'll take the best shot they can.
Bradley. Lee for 3, bounces off.
And I don't think that was the shot they were looking for from the lead.
Credit to Legdy for deflecting that rebound for WKU. 1:40, time ticking away from La Tech right now. If WKU scores here, it's going to be tough on La Tech.
La Tech is staying in that zone.
For Legdy, looking. Hayes. Gilvin.
Wow.
Up and in.
I have no idea how she saw him give that assist to Legdy, and Mead didn't even come down with it, just shot it on the way up.
She just kind of snuck back there underneath on the block. 65-59, WKU timeout. Louisiana Tech.
It leaves both teams with 1 timeout, but that was an incredible find that time because, no offense to Lexi Mead, look, she's 5'4" behind the defense. That wasn't easy to see, but also I think Louisiana Tech probably lost her as well. But again, just another winning play by Gilvin right here. How she sees that and to make the pass, and Mead smart enough, if she'd came down with it and gone back up, she probably got a shot block.
Well, the thing with Gilvin is, once she got the ball above her head, she immediately passed the ball. So it's not like she just stood there waiting for something. It was an immediate pass.
Yeah, great pass right there. And, it's still got a long way to go. 6-point game right there. And Louisiana Tech does have the ball. They need to score. Now, how they score, I don't think it really matters. You kind of like to have a 3, but you don't want to force a 3. I thought they rushed the 3 the last time by Robin Lee. Robin Lee's a good player and has shot the ball well from 3, but I thought that was a little bit rush. There's just too much time right now. If they don't score, it's a huge advantage for WKU because next foul, they're probably going to force a foul too. Next foul by Louisiana Tech sends WKU into the penalty.
WKU, 4 players averaging double figures. Right on the mark. They've had 6 different players lead them in the scoring this year. Salary with 15, Mead with 11, Legdy 12, Gilvin 12. You look at La Tech, Marshall with 13, and Morris with 19 to lead the way there.
And the freshman at the end right here has played well, Avery Aaron. She's played well this quarter. So I expect WKU to stay in their zone and be very mindful of particular where Gianna Morris is going to be in that zone.
Bradley has it out front. 1:05. 1 minute remaining. La Tech trailing by 6. 65-59. WKU 5 on the shot clock. Lee, Aaron for 3. It's off the mark. Out of bounds.
That's a great defensive stand that time by WKU. Forced a difficult long 3 by Moore. She can make by Aaron. She can make it. She made one in the last game, but that was a challenge 3. That's going to force. If you're La Tech, you don't have to foul because of the shot clock. I think if they don't get a steal, they're probably going to foul.
They've got to create some type of turnover and get a quick bucket here. Gilvin, Meade back to Gilvin. Across the timeline with it at 45 seconds. Meade.
Yeah, you want to run the shot clock all the way down if you can.
Meade on the dribble. 15 shot clock. Meade with an opening in the lane. Salary.
Give the assist to Meade, and that probably will end it right there.
17 Destiny Salary. 8-point lead. With 25 seconds to go. Bradley breaking 3. Goes up. Missed it. Marshall on the putback. No good, but fouled.
Yeah, don't want to foul there at the end, but still.
Stops the clock.
The play on the defensive stand by WKU off the timeout, and then the assist by Meade to Salary. The last few baskets by WKU have been off assists from Gilvin to Meade, and that time from Meade to Salary.
How about 19 assists for WKU today?
From a coach's perspective, that's a coach's dream, because that means your team is not only playing unselfish, but also you're making shots, because you don't get an assist unless the ball goes in.
Marshall at the line. La Tech big free throws here. 19 seconds. It's not impossible, but it's not very probable.
Yeah, WKU needs to get another player up on the line, and it didn't. He got to rebound the free throw.
Marshall. Gets that one. 15 for her. WKU with a 6-point lead, 67-61. Greg Collins wants to take a short timeout here. That's going to be a full timeout.
That's all his timeouts that are left, but in the women's game, that does advance it to half court, so you don't have to worry about turning it over in the backcourt. But
is that a good rule?
I'm lukewarm on it. It's what it does is it makes sometimes for more exciting finishes, because you know, if you can take it out at half court with say 3 seconds, your chances of scoring are a lot better than if you had to go full court. But it's a little, I mean, the NBA does it, but it's a little quirky because that's not really where the ball's supposed to be. I do like the way I do like when the women switch to quarters. It's a matter of time when the men will catch up. I have no idea why men's college still does not do that.
I like it too.
Every other league does it at every level except then. And I do like it makes the game so much better. The 5 fouls and then the penalty, where you're not constantly shooting. In the men's game, if you pick up 7 in the first 11 minutes, it's a free throw contest the rest of the game. I think they probably need to change that as well. This part, I'm lukewarm on this one.
67-61. We've got 19.3 seconds to go. Ball be placed across the way, right by the WKU bench. Josie Gilvin will inbound it. La Tech go for a steal.
Yeah, they got to go for a steal. If they don't get it, they got to get a quick foul.
Into the backcourt.
They got to foul. They have to foul.
Meade across the timeline, and there's the foul by Sydney Thomas.
Boy, it was really close to over and back that time.
14.4 seconds. Morris, second foul.
You can't. They're asking for a review. I don't think you can review an over and back.
The ball was, but
close.
Her 2 feet weren't. So you got to have all 3 points across.
It's really murky. It's a tough call, to be honest with you.
So Alexis Meade will go to the line.
Makes one, game's probably over.
Yes, she did.
Now Louisiana Tech will call. I expect them to probably call a timeout. They can't advance it to half court. I think they have a timeout left. Maybe they don't. I don't see any on the board. Yeah, they do. This is their last timeout, so they'll advance it to half court.
All right, timeout. La Tech 69-61. 14 seconds. That's almost hard to do to get 8 points.
Yes, it's. I mean, something real quirky would have to happen. I think they're just right now. If you're Coach Collins, you're basically you just don't want to foul. It's the worst thing you can do. You don't want to foul. Guard the three. If they make a shot, they make a shot. You just don't want to foul. You can't advance it now. So you do have to get the ball in bounds in case Louisiana Tech scores.
You want to force them to bring the ball down, but you don't want to foul, so you want to run as much time off. Even if they score, it's okay.
That's correct. The clock does stop after a made go, though, so you're going to have to bring it in eventually. But listen, you're up 8 with 14 seconds to go. You're going to win 99.9% of the time.
WKU looking to go to 5-2 in Conference USA. Excuse me, 4-2. Louisiana Tech would drop to 4-3 if it holds up here. Dribble. Shot by Morris. 3 is off the mark. That should do it right there. 9 seconds. Stays with La Tech. 8-point game with 9 seconds remaining. Inbounds it comes. Goes into the backcourt lead. Just extra time they've got to get it across and down. Lee dribbles it off the leg. Out of bounds. La Tech's fought hard today.
They have. It's been a good basketball game. 69-61. They fought well. Bringing in 5 of their top 9 players are freshmen. They've got a great future, but another big win for WKU.
3 seconds to go. Time's going to tick on. 69-61.
And that kind of backs up the win against Middle. It wouldn't do a lot of good to beat Middle last Saturday, then come back and lose 5 days later. So a big win for WKU, 4 in a row with a very, very winnable game Saturday against Sam Houston here.